Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Pro and the Hack. The Pro is sitting right here. The one and only
Hello.
David Mulso, teaching professional at the beautiful Mission Hills Country Club in Rancho Mirage, California, where we're located today. I'm the coach. I'm the hack. Okay,
I don't know about that.
Just in case there's any wondering who the Pro and who the hack is. And right behind me, of course, is the amazing Dinah Shore. We are located in the fabulous Dinah Shore room at Mission Hills, right here on Dinah Shore Avenue, just a couple of 100 yards from the first tee of the Dinah Shore golf course.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much all Dinah Shore here, Mr. Mulso. What do you think? She was pretty special. You never got to meet her.
I never did get to meet her. She was one of many that I wish I could have. What an influence to the game, to Mission Hills, and golf in general.
Oh, she was something special. See the USA in your Chevrolet.
That's right. That was her.
Oh yeah, that was her, man. That was they sponsored the Dinah Shore show forever, and she got to sing that song. So this is an interesting time of the year for the professional golf tours.
Mm-hmm.
We just had the Women's British Open, and I'm pretty sure that wraps up the major schedule.
That's the major schedule.
In fact, I'm a little surprised to hear that the season is coming to an end.
You believe it? One more week.
That's
all we have left, Coach. Then we're headed right into it.
Then we get into the playoffs.
Correct.
And that's where the big prizes are.
The big money. It's amazing. You know, even on last week at the Rocket Mortgage, congrats to that Michael
Thor Bjornsson.
Bjornsson. Why can't I say that?
Thor Bjornsson.
Yeah, his first tournament win. Congratulations. Just a little bit of $1.8 million on that one. So
1.8 and only 5 FedEx Cup. Oh, no, that's 500 FedEx.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, I was going to say it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, 500.
So we're getting down to the wire. That's good. That AIG Women's Open. We got a playoff there. Did you catch any of that?
Saw some of it. It was... it was very compelling, as it always is,
Yeah.
On the big linksy courses. And I mean, some of those, I saw Charlie Hull from behind the bunker hit the shot, which hit the lip of the bunker, bounced up to 2 feet. I said, "Now that's how you hit it."
I'll take that all day long. I saw a few others trying to hit it sideways and couldn't get it out of those bunkers.
They were tough.
So talk about Charlie Hull.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that prank with her caddy?
She's taking grief about this. I have to, a full disclosure, I've done it. I did.
You've obviously then heard the story. What
yes.
She did?
So what she did was they sell these in little gift shops. They sell scratch-off lottery tickets that always say $1 million. And it's a kind of a cruel thing. I did it to the great Russ O'Hara, who was no longer with us, rest his soul. He was a wonderful rock and roll DJ from Los Angeles who came out here, and I worked right across the hall from him when I was at KPSI. So I did. I said, "Hey, I got you I bought a couple lottery tickets. Here's a scratch off for you. I get 10% in case you hit it." He goes, "Oh, okay." Well, it's of course it scratched off $1 million, and I felt so bad. Because he was overjoyed. He was dancing around the studio.
Oh, the caddy, yeah.
The caddy was overjoyed, as was Russ. And then you have to tell him, I'm just kidding. It's a fake. And he was not happy with me for several months after that. And they're on her case. I mean, she's lighting up. Okay, have a sense of humor.
Well, the caddy, he was so darn upset. He says, "I quit." He goes from I'm taking the day off to I quit.
Oh. Well,
what? That's kind of cruel. I mean, funny, but
there is a cruel side to it. You can't get around it.
But way to go! Good sense of humor.
When you think you won $1 million, and it's just a joke. So
yeah.
But I give her a lot of credit. She is a very compelling figure.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things that she has, David, as a golf teacher, in my opinion, is I think the best finish position in the whole game of golf.
She gets through it. That drive. That's what a lot of people kind of miss. They come up out of that shot too early release. It feels like absolute eternity to drive and release through that ball. She does a great job.
Well, her club head at the end of her swing, I can't even do it with my 72-year-old body, is the club shaft and head are pointing at the target when she's done.
Big rotation.
Now that's, you have to have incredible flexibility.
Absolutely.
To be able to do that and to wrap the club around. Oops, sorry.
Right.
So that I can't even show you. I can't even get into that position where the club shaft is right over her right shoulder and pointing right down the target line.
It's amazing how it'll come around there like that. Your trail shoulders actually pointing to target. It's just amazing.
That's amazing. And so she's, and she's a player, and she's tough as a $2 steak. She's not the one you want to get in a match with.
No,
I'm a big Charlie Hope fan. I had the pleasure of calling her up. In fact, I had the pleasure of lighting that long Dunhill one day on the first day here.
Nice,
which was a pleasure for me. So
now, congratulations there. We had a 4-hole playoff at that IAG Women's Open.
Imagine that.
And oh gosh, who was that? You want to read that one off?
The winner is Sheho Kuwaki and Esther Henselet were in the playoff.
Yep, 4-hole playoff.
4-hole playoff. And Sheho from Japan. Japan names are poetic. There's a certain poetry to most Japan names, as opposed to
congratulations there to those guys. And then PGA Tour's champions down in Portugal. Zach Johnson again. He's been tearing it up.
Zach is having a rebirth.
He's having just fabulous. And here it kind of shows here too. They were playing at the Els Club in Portugal.
The Ernie Els Club?
I believe it is one of Ernie's courses, yeah. Par 72, but they're playing it at 7,335 yards.
The seniors. Is it at elevation?
Well, I'm not sure how well
Portugal has some hills.
But still, that distance, that's not far off from a regular tour.
That's a long day.
That's a long day. Yeah. These guys are still crushing it. Now, on the regular tour, they probably drop it to a par 70 like they did previous.
What they do there is they turn 2 par 5s into par 4s.
Correct.
And play from the up.
But the yardage is the same. I tell you what, you get a good chance to go see these guys on the Champions Tour. Go watch.
Oh,
these guys are
best.
cranking the ball.
The best. And it's the greatest mulligan in the history of all sports.
Yeah.
The Champions Tour.
Yeah.
They don't like being called seniors anymore. They don't like being called the Champions Tour.
Right.
It's the Tour, quote, Tour Champions.
Tour champion. Tour of Champions.
I've never seen people more concerned about language than people in the golf business.
Yeah.
I mean, a Golf Channel doesn't want to be called the Golf Channel. And the Senior Tour doesn't want to be called the Senior Tour or the Champions Tour. So they call themselves the Tour Champions, which is opposite of proper English.
Well, and the other tour that's taken off too is the Legends of the LPGA.
I'm looking forward to that. I think we should, if any place, we would have a tournament for them.
That should be here. Absolutely. I agree.
Because this is where the legends were made, right here.
Yeah,
right on this property.
Well, and I was looking down at some of the winners. Lisa DePaula, she's out here. And,
love Lisa.
She took a good win, and several others. Julie Inkster, all of them. But if you go check that out, folks, look up the Legends of the LPGA, and look at everybody that's playing.
I had the great pleasure of over a 20-year period playing with 20 different tour players, and from every country in the world, every language. One of the cutest ones was Chella Choi, because when I introduced myself to her, I said, "Chella, I'm the coach," and she said, "Coach, Chella."
Nice.
Coachella.
That works.
I said, Coachella. I know that works. So she got a big kick out of that.
And speaking of which, if you're not familiar, Coach is actually a morning host on Q102.3 FM, the Desert Classic Rock. You get a chance Monday through Friday. Check out his show on there as well.
It's great to be here on the Pro and the Hack. We have a lot of fun. David Mosso and the coach, Rich Gilgallen. We love the game. That's what drives this podcast, is a profound affection for the game of golf, both on television and in a recreational form. And I always like to mention that the guys that you see on TV are great, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But the actual face of the game of golf is these guys. It's your club professional. It's the guy who whether it's a daily fee golf course or the Madison Club or whatever, there's a golf pro and there's a staff of teaching pros, and these are the guys that are the true face of the game of golf. Is your club professional, and we are blessed in this community. I think we have 135 golf clubs.
Absolutely. We got a lot of them, something like that. It's amazing.
In a relatively small area.
Yeah, in fact, the other day was PGA appreciation. So, folks, if you're out there, thank that local pro. There's a lot of behind the scenes that folks don't realize what they do. Remember starting off in the business in Kansas City, and you're turning on in the food and beverage.
How many shirts did you have to fold before you got to teach a lesson?
I thought I was at a retail shop or something there. Yeah. Well, and then at that time, the pro that I worked for owned the pro shop. So that was his focus.
For many years, that was a common occurrence.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
If you're the head pro of a daily fee course, and probably rarer at a country club, but oftentimes that was your revenue source was the pro shop.
Absolutely.
So it behooved you to advertise for that and sell the clubs and the golf balls and mostly shirts and hats.
Yep.
For example, like this one right here. Okay.
Absolutely.
And it's an interesting life choice, because in order to be, and we've talked about this, to become a golf professional, period.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do a lot of book work.
Oh yeah.
And before the book work even starts, if I'm not mistaken, you got to pass a playing test.
Yeah, player's ability test.
Is it ability or aptitude?
Ability.
Player ability test. I've always called it player aptitude.
It all falls down to slope and rating of the course.
Yeah, they put a number on they put a 36-hole number on a chalkboard.
Yep.
And you shoot the number. You're not playing against anybody. You're shooting against that number.
You're just just playing against the golf course.
Some guys like Dave Mosso just had to do it once.
Well, this last time I did just do it once. When I really started first in the business, I tried 3 times.
Okay, so.
And finally did it in Waco, Texas.
In Waco. Yeah, I have a friend that did it 8 times.
Oh, yep. I still know guys that still can't do it.
Yeah, but he passed it, and now he's a.
But it doesn't mean that they're not good. You don't have to be a great player to be a great golf professional.
And a great teacher.
Right.
I mean, in fact, I don't know. Do you remember when they made Magic Johnson the coach of the LA Lakers? Were you here for that? No, it was a disaster because nobody else could play like Magic.
Right.
He wanted them to be him out there. Didn't you see him over there? No, I didn't see him.
That's
okay.
Right.
All right.
Worked with a lot of good players, and they're not instructors. They're players.
No,
there's a difference.
And but without the teaching pro, there's no game of golf without the local pro. So if you have a local pro in your pro shop, give them a tip. Tell them the pro in the hack said to give you a tip of the hat.
Yeah, just give them a smack. Don't smack them on the back, but just give them a little pat on the back. Say thank you too.
And we have great ones here. I mean, we have David.
We got great lineup.
We have Mike Holick, and we got
our director of golf, Mike Holick. We got Richie Valenzuela.
We got the one and only Richie Valenzuela.
That's right. We got Chris Regenberg is our first assistant here.
Chris is fabulous.
Yep, they're all fantastic.
Really
Cherry. We had him on a few episodes ago.
Yes, Scott Cherry, who is still playing well.
Oh, he's fantastic. I think he's ranked number 2 here in the Valley. He can shoot.
What's Dave Mosso ranked here?
Dave Mosso hardly plays golf. I tell you, it is not good.
But you're getting out there. I'm forcing you to get out there.
I'm good. I got to get out there more. Absolutely. All right. So
let's talk a little bit about, because we are in 100 and plus weather from now until probably October. As a golf teacher who's been teaching in heat for a while. What happens to the brain when you're out there in 112 degrees?
It's about medium well right now.
Yeah.
It really is. I had 2 this morning. I had a little clinic. We had about 3 in there, and then a one just prior to that. Starting at about 8:00, and you start to feel it, and the headaches started coming on,
Yeah.
and that was just for a very short time.
You have to be very careful.
You got to be so careful,
and you got to water up. And here we have this hiking subculture in the Coachella Valley, and I know several of them. And they just you just can't tell them enough. No bump and grind today.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 118. You have to carry your body weight of water to get through the day. And of course, we're always concerned about our little petties, our little doggies. A small dog in 115 degrees, it won't last long.
No, they don't last.
You got to be careful. And that's, this is, as Tony Soprano once said, this is the life we chose.
Right.
We get 8 months out of the year that are as beautiful as any in the country.
Absolutely.
And I've lived all over.
I'd much rather deal with that heat here for a couple months.
We haven't had to shovel. We haven't had to shovel our driveway in some time, which is a great blessing.
Exactly.
But this is the time of year where you got to watch it. And now in the Northeast, as far as the gin system is concerned, your handicap system, most of the clubs won't allow you to post a score in the wintertime.
Well, it depends. If you're flying down to Palm Springs.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're playing up there, even
if you can play, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting fact that I found out last time I was there, that they have a season where you can post and a season where they'd rather you didn't post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One thing too. All of a sudden
you're hitting
here
in the summer. I mean,
Yeah. You're hitting shots on frozen ground and you hit a 500-yard drive.
Yeah.
It's like hitting it off of asphalt.
Well, that probably has something to do with it, doesn't it? The conditions. Yeah, that's a very good point, as usual. So
kind of you're back here just a little bit to the tour roundup here, being the last week of the regular season.
Yes.
Who's your pick on the FedEx Championship?
Well, I mean, how do you pick one this year? We had a lot of first-time winners.
Yeah, last 2 weeks.
We had a great battles with Scotty Scheffler coming in second about 18 times.
Yep.
We don't, we don't get any of the live players.
No,
they don't get. In fact, they don't even earn points. If you see the blank space next to their name.
Well, they got we'll get into that on another show here, I think. But they've got issues. This last tournament.
Yeah, they're losing a little dough rate.
Yeah.
I say, look, just bring them all back together. Oh, well, they took money. So what? Okay. You could have taken the money too.
Well, and it's interesting too. And again, kind of getting off of it here a little bit, but next year the schedule changes, and it really changes in 2028. So I don't think we're there yet, but I got a feeling once the schedule changes, the tournaments all come on, everybody's down on paper. You're going to start seeing guys coming back.
I miss seeing Phil.
Absolutely.
I miss seeing a bunch of guys. Major
all these guys. Heinrich now he's almost 50 or is 50 or about to turn 50.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of those guys that could come onto the Champions Tour as well.
I know, it's ridiculous.
But no, the top 10. And this is kind of interesting too, because I'm always thinking, not just the President's Cup coming up, but next year on the Ryder Cup.
Yes,
our top 10: Scotty Scheffler,
These
of course,
are top
number
10
one.
on the.
This is on the FedEx. On the FedEx point.
And Scotty is still number one.
Still number one by almost 1,000 points, or 794. Matt Fitzpatrick, number 2. Cameron Young, 3.
These are the best players of the year.
They're
are the always in the top 5.
Exactly. Number 4, Wyndham Clark.
One of my favorite players. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say the way he comported himself at the U.S. Open while getting drilled by by fans of, I guess they were they Scheffler's fans. That's who they were, basically, right? Wasn't he?
I think there was some issues there with Rory and Rory, just all kinds of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
And then number 5, Chris Gutterup.
It's a great story.
I think this is good. I think he's fantastic too. I think he's going to do a whole lot more in the next few years.
Big boy.
6, Colin Morikawa.
Beautiful
He's
golfer.
always there. Always there.
Beautiful golfer to watch.
And
California
then we got Siwoo Kim at 7, Sam Burns at 8.
Siwoo, they say, is the most popular player on tour to play with.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they just love this guy.
Yeah.
And he's got a great attitude.
Fabulous attitude.
And he's right up there in the top 10.
Absolutely. Number 9, 8 was Sam Burns. Number 9, Tommy Fleetwood. And 10, Ludwig Oberg.
It's interesting. Now, Colin Montgomerie was interviewed this week on Facebook. I think I sent you one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
It was, this is a guy who America did not particularly care for.
Mm-hmm.
I always kind of liked him, and I liked him because if you chirped at him and he's on the green and he has to step away, he's going to make the putt. I don't care if it's 40 feet, 90 feet, 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He had an ability to channel negative aggression from fans into
Positive
championship wins.
Yeah.
And nobody had ever seen.
In fact, we'll play that clip for you here.
Christ almighty, last night was it 5 hours 40? 5 hours 40. Trevino here, right? Trevino, 1971. He finished 14 under. Won the championship. 14 under, Trevino. And he did it in less than 4 hours. A 3-ball. That wasn't a 2-ball, that was a 3-ball. How has it gone from less than 4 hours, or was it just about on 4 hours for the 3-ball, to 5 hours 40? How has it got to that stage? How has it got to that? TV hates it, spectators hate it. Too long, the chat between the caddy and the player, my God, it goes on forever. The book comes out, how many times did they get the bloody book out, the thing? Once that ball is placed on the green, it should not be marked again to get the line on the ball, and then there's business about this, what do you call it, this aim point. Oh my God, don't talk to me about that. It's, oh God, it does my head in, the slow play. How do we get back to that? And I don't know. And yes, they say there's deterrent for slow play, don't they? They say there's a huge deterrent for slow play. 5 hours 40, was anybody penalised yesterday? No. Something's got to be done because it's too slow, far too slow. And it's my really. If I had a bee in the bonnet, that was it. Slow play.
And I really liked that how he was going and with that slow play and what they're all doing now.
He's done with slow play, and he talks about the time it takes to play the rounds, and he also and I was not surprised when they asked him, who do you most admire on tour? And if you talk to these European players, first name that comes into their mouth is Bernard Langer.
Yeah.
Because Bernard was more than a golfer.
Yeah.
He was like he led like the prayer group. I mean, he was
a staple.
He was
Tom Watson's he's in that category.
And I saw Montgomerie at Congressional for the U.S. Open that Ernie Els won when they used the course as it's originally designed and had the par 3 on 18, which they never generally do.
Right.
17 is such a fabulous, long dogleg left par 4 around the lake. And then there's this little extra 18th hole, from the tips, probably 190 or 185. But that year for the Open, they used it as the final hole. And Monty was in the hunt, and Lauren Roberts was in the hunt, and Ernie Els, and Els wound up winning it. And when Montgomerie came off, I was standing on a balcony, and I watched him come towards his wife or girlfriend at the time, and just sobbing.
Really?
I mean, body shaking sobs.
Oh, wow.
Because he was that close.
Oh, well, I can only imagine.
He was so close several times.
Yeah.
But that time, it was just hugging this woman, and she was so kind to him, and I kind of got a soft spot in my heart for the guy.
Yeah.
And then when I met him on the tee box here, when I was starting for the Tour Champions,
right? The gallery.
the gallery, and I said, Monty, I used to tell people when I was on the radio, don't harass Colin Montgomerie on the green because he'll roll a 60-footer in and stare at you all the way to the hole.
Yep.
And he said, I did do that, lad, didn't I? I was known for that. I said, yes, sir. That was great to after 22 years on the LPGA first tee, to spend a couple of years, on the tour
with the guys.
with the guys.
All their fun group of guys. A lot of
fun.
fun.
The ones you think are really sweet, maybe not, but there's always surprises. Like I thought Monty was the biggest surprise of all. He was very kind and effusive, and with always a handshake before he went down the fairway. So you can't ask for much more than that.
No, just a fantastic
The
guy.
pro in the hack, Dave Mosso, the pro. Rich Gilgallen, otherwise known as the coach, is the hack. And it's a great pleasure to be with you here today. And
what's interesting, too, I don't know if you've heard this or not, but they're talking about a streaming option for the tour. And let's see if I've got this here. I just kind of briefly looked.
You would pay cash for that,
No, well, that I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can stream this, and there's no announcement.
Interesting.
They're going after...
They've done that a few times.
Yeah, going after the caddy player conversation.
They're going to mic them up, though.
They're going to mic them up. Fan reactions, that kind of thing. And then they talked about nature. I don't know if you're going to hear birds chirping or whatever.
Look, if it means I don't have to listen to Brandel Chambly,
I tell you what.
I'm all in.
If you got an opportunity to listen to the caddy and the player, pay attention to that on what they're talking about. That we're going to get into that here in just a moment on the number of approach shot numbers that you really need to pay attention to. Most folks just pay one, and that's what's your yardage to the pin. Well, there's 5 of them. I'm going to have you guys kind of watch for.
You got to. The first thing you do when you start the game is you go to a driving range, and they have signs out there: 50, 100, 150, and 2. That's the beginning for most golfers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to find something in that bag that you can hit 50.
Yep.
And hit 50 regularly.
That's right.
And then you got to find, I don't care if it's a 7-iron or a pitcher wedge or a gap wedge, you got to have something that goes 100.
Yeah.
I mean,
find out whatever one that is.
Find out whatever one that is and put a little piece of tape on the back that says 100.
Yep. Write it down. Keep it in your golf cart.
Same with
your
150.
bag, whatever it is.
I mean, you could do 175 if you want, and 200. And that's how you learn. And as much as you guys preach it, and you preach it all the time, people don't do it enough.
That's right.
That's right. And that's, you hit a great drive, you hit a second shot, and it's not on the green. Now is when the game begins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So you're 97 yards out, and it's uphill. And you got to do the math. Okay, it's plus 3 yards uphill. I hit it 100, about 100, and then you got to hit it.
That's right.
Now, I've heard you say when we're talking about yardages, how far do you hit the 6-iron? Well, it used to be 160. Now it's 150.
Okay.
Is that when you hit it pure?
Is that your average?
Yeah. Can you miss it? How short are you when you miss it?
Well, and those are all that we're going to get into. Those are all the numbers you got to pay attention to.
Yes.
Where's the danger zone? What's my carry? What's the total?
What's behind the pin? What's in front of it?
Yeah, pins behind a bunker. What's the top lip of the bunker?
Which those
distance? Yeah, exactly. Where's your bailouts?
See, this
we're going to get into all of that stuff here.
There used to be a cartoon with Sevy standing over a ball, and one of those, circle cartoon things above his head. And it listed 75 different thoughts that he was going through at that time. 75 of them. Okay. Yeah, it's 150. Okay. The wind is out of the left. Okay. The lie is tilting a little. All the stuff that you have to.
Yep.
That's why we love the game. We love the game because it's not easy.
Yep. And it doesn't take a long time to do.
Now you can
start looking at that as you're getting up to your golf ball.
We need more people to take up the game.
Yeah.
Okay, now a lot of people won't tell you that because they don't want a crowded tee sheet, but I'm telling you that. This game, as great as it is, needs a little boost right now. Tiger Woods' boost is officially over. And we don't have anybody of that magnetism.
Yeah, I mean,
culturally,
he's still on the chair for the futures. On all the scheduling
he's
changes
working.
and all.
He's
but
working on it.
It's not like what it used to be by any means.
I mean, all of a sudden, everybody wanted to play.
Yep.
Everybody wanted to go work out
right?
and then go play.
But we're going to show you a little video here on Tiger with Fred Couples on those wedges.
Awesome.
So we'll take a look at that.
Cool.
We're going to show you how to hit a 50-yard wedge shot.
I like to play slight draw for me, personally. So I'm always aiming slightly right, face slightly open, and again, closing it slightly at impact. Now, if I want to hit an exact opposite shot, for a cut, I stand closer to it. I'm going to hit a cutter, I want to hold it against the grain, hold against the hill. I stand closer to it. What people don't realize is I'll shut the face down a little bit. The face is open for a draw and the face is slightly closed for a cut. See that little cut spin on it. The draw's going to be slower. It's going to be more armsy. Okay, because it's obviously going to go further. But I have, wherever I want the golf ball to start out at is where I put the face. So I'm going to start out to the right, my face is going to be open.
Yes, that's brilliant.
And then I try and close it down a little bit. And then I hit my little draw.
Right. That's outstanding. A lot of people think because they have to hook it, they have to shut the face.
Shut the face down.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, it's hard to
Wherever
control.
I want the ball to start out at is where I have the face.
Right.
So
So would you agree you're so good from 120 yards in because it's all like
it's all flight related, how high I want to hit it, trajectory, spin. This is all feel, and this is millions upon millions of reps. If I want to hit a straight ball high, my dad would say, okay, you're teaching a 4-year-old how to hit the ball high. So my dad would say, just have a higher follow through. I said, okay. So same shot, higher follow through. And I hit it higher. Now for a low driving shot, which I see it like a low driving cut with the grain holding it. Would be ball off my right toe, face slightly shut, hold off on it.
you're going at that with some
Aggressively, because
Yeah.
I'm cutting it.
correct. For people watching, when he says that, yeah, technique is huge, but when he's going at it harder, it's because he's cutting it. But that doesn't mean everything's tightening up and he's going at it that. He's going at it from here to here. And then the first swing, you
this
hit it higher.
distance is aggressively.
Yeah. And then hit the high one again, where your dad said it's a higher follow through, just so they can see this, because this is brilliant.
Now, if I want to play like a big hooking sweeper in there, face is way open. This is where I stand a little bit differently. I'll stand further away from it. I'll stand flatter, make my arc more round. And you see it has a lot of hook to it.
Now, why would you hit that shot? Because you're using the slope.
I'm using a slope save, same like we're at Augusta. And I'm gonna have a back 10, I got that big huge slope on the right. I'm gonna use that to feed it down there.
The slope was going to stop it. So this is a perfect play, a perfectly well thought out.
All right. So quiz time, Coachy.
That's my favorite time of the show. It's the quiz time. What do you got today?
Now, I'll tell you what, here with the Pro and a Hack, I'm going to ask for comments on these quizzes. And I tell you what we're going to do. The first one that can get the correct answer in my comments, I'm going to send you a dozen Strixon golf balls.
How about that? He doesn't give me any golf balls.
We'll just need a mailing address. I'll send them all to you. They're going to
Awesome.
cost you a dime. So here's the first quiz. Phil Mickelson collapsed on the final hole of the 2006 U.S. Open.
Did he ever?
Who ended up winning this tournament?
You know, it's funny that you should mention that because I was in the media bus several years later at Torrey.
Mhm.
And the person that won that was sitting next to me. And I asked him, I go, don't they send a special car to the parking lot for former Open champions? He goes, not today, apparently. It wasn't just Phil that collapsed that day. The whole tour collapsed.
That's amazing.
That's when Montgomerie hit his pathetic 7-iron and uttered one of the most famous phrases in golf. What kind of shot is that? I'll never forget it. Oh, what kind of shot is that? You want to win a U.S. Open, man? You're going to have to deal with your head.
You got a lot of absolutely.
Every ghost, every bad shot you've ever hit, every missed putt. Those are the thoughts, unfortunately, that get into the brain.
Absolutely.
Am I right or wrong?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you want to say, no, I'm only going to think positive. Well, some guys can do that.
Yeah.
You know, I think Scheffler probably has a lot of positive thoughts going.
Well, and a perfect example, too, is, again, back to that video, Tom Watson on the chip-in at Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
They get up there. He hits a 2-iron off the tee, and he pulls.
Yeah, just to the left side.
And Bruce, his caddy at the time, who unfortunately passed.
Bruce
Yellow,
Edwards.
he's fantastic.
Yeah, legendary caddy.
Another story there. But gets up to him, and he says, come on. And he just kept boosting him and boosting him and boosting him. And he says, come on, we just need this up and down.
Yeah, I mean,
and now here's
wait a minute. Paint the picture. This is to win the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. Him and Nicklaus are going toe-to-toe.
Yeah. They're on 17.
They're on 17 on Sunday.
Yeah.
He is left of the green.
In junk. I mean.
And he's got to carry a bunker.
Now, he didn't have to carry the bunker. It actually landed in between the bunkers.
Okay, that's right.
But he didn't have much room. And he says, the biggest thing is I practiced the shot. And Bruce comes up, he says, we just need it up and down. Just get it tight. Tom, when we were talking about overwhelming that mental part of that bad shot, he says, he looked at Bruce and says, I'm going to make it.
Nice.
And he made the darn shot.
Well, that's what separates Watson from us. I mean, you know, when you can call a shot in this game and have it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's biggity, big, big, big. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
And of course, in that setting, and that's the same hole that. What is the tee? You've played that course, I'm assuming.
Pebble, I have not gotten up there yet.
Okay,
I've been invited up, and I have not.
17 is, Nicklaus hit the 1-iron. Mm-hmm. I mean, the wind was howling at him, and hit the greatest. Of the 10 greatest 1-irons in history, I think Hogan hit 2 and Nicklaus hit 8. Mm-hmm. And one of them was bouncing and hitting the pin on 17 and dropping down right next to it.
Yeah.
Was that the same day? I can't remember if that was.
Now that I don't remember.
But because you mentioned Watson, it's a 2-iron, and it's not really that long a hole, but the wind it does play a factor because it's right on the beach.
It could be a 4-club wind easily.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Oh, this fact.
And this is what we're talking about. These memories. You know, the fact that Watson chipped it in, I can tell you how many breaths he took. Mm-hmm. You know, Nicklaus hitting the 1-iron, bouncing it off the stick, almost making an ace.
Exactly.
I mean, a 2 inches from 195 yards into a 30-mile-an-hour wind with a 1-iron. I mean, come on, these guys are different. They're from another planet. They're from the planet Schwack.
Exactly.
I believe they're so. Amazing. And I know I'm a little off the subject, but I was watching the U.S. Kids tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Was on the Golf Channel. I mean, that's going to give guys like you so much.
Oh, I work with
these are 9 and 10-year-old kids.
Yeah, see, and these are even younger, and it's great if you can start them there and they're focused enough where they really enjoy it, and they start to pick it up right when they start hitting a good shot.
Yeah.
But you get those certain ones, and you're able to work with them for the years.
Yeah.
Oh, what a joy! I work with a kid out of L.A., and he is this last year has really, really jumped.
Isn't that something?
So that's a lot of fun. But back to that, you were talking about the approach shot, or and that kind of thing. Well, here's a quick question: when you're out playing, Coach, what are you looking at on your approach shot? Are you just getting one form of yardage? Are you
no,
looking where the pin's at?
I want the front of the green.
Okay.
I want the pin, and I want the back of the green.
Okay. So we got an idea of the of it, and I'm sure you know your carry distances.
Well, I'm embarrassed by them, but I certainly know them. Okay, let me put it that way.
And I tell you what, I see it all the time, especially when I'm out giving play lessons, that kind of thing.
90% are short, wouldn't you say?
Yes, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
And one great advice I'll never forget Palmer talking about: if all fails, go long.
Yeah.
Quit quiet.
Most of the trouble is in front of the green.
Absolutely. Well, now your approaches and all of that, but you'd be amazed because most folks don't hit a consistent, solid shot. So true. Go to the back of the green. But there's 5.
Certainly to the middle. I think most amateur players, and I include myself, okay, in this list, I'm not telling any story out of school here. The most difficult pin is a front pin.
Yeah.
Because 80% of the time, you're shooting the pin with your rangefinder, and it gives you a number, and it's not your true number.
Yep. But here's the thing. Now, unless you got, some clubs will have pin sheets, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are you lasering the front collar of the green as well?
Well, it's hard to do that unless they have a stake. So occasionally there's a stake.
Well, if you've got a hand laser, you can still shoot the collar.
Okay.
And that's something I highly recommend.
Well, luckily, here at
really
Mission Hills, you have one of the gifts that you have as a member here is the television screen.
Oh, the GPS.
The GPS.
And that one, that's so awesome.
And that's front, middle, and back.
It gives you everything.
You can actually, move it over.
Well, and you'll see the slope of the greens and the whole thing. So those, if you're at a course that has that GPS, pay attention.
It's a math game, Dave.
It's a math game.
This game is math. Okay,
Absolutely.
It's percentages.
But I'm going to give you, if all fails, remember one thing. I don't care what the yardage to the pin is. I don't want you to pay attention to that. I want you to know what your cover is. Where does that ball land?
Not where it rolls to.
Not where it rolls to.
Well, that's less, I'm assuming, than the number you think it is.
Well, absolutely. It all depends. If somebody is a lower ball hitter, like Sherry Steiner we're talking about, well, that's different. Lower ball hitter, she's going to get a little bit more rollout, but that's all calculated. They know those numbers.
Sure, she does.
But for an amateur golfer, most do hit it low, but still know that number.
Well, I think in the modern swing and the modern equipment, and certainly these amazing Shrixon soft cover balls,
right?
I think more high handicap and high mid handicap say people can get the ball up in the air than ever before.
Oh, much easier.
Am I right?
Oh, absolutely. The big thing is the head design and all of that, but again, it's the shaft.
The shafts, yes.
That makes a big difference.
The kick point makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
As we talked about, you got to go to your Shrixon guy, go to the golf shop.
Get fitted.
And tell the Shrixon guy you want to get fitted.
Yep. We say it every episode.
And
get fitted.
And, because it makes an incredible difference. I mean, if you're a short guy, look at the difference between the two of us sitting there. Okay. Look at his long neck here and squatty Gilgallen over here. I mean, we can't hit the same iron. What are yours? +1 or
+1?
+1 inch.
2 degrees upright, plus an inch.
And I'm 2 degrees flat, minus an inch. So you gotta have the, Ian Woosnam didn't have wasn't using the same clubs as a tall boy that I played with that won the Masters, the tallest guy that won the Masters, George
Archer.
I played with George Archer at the Ray Floyd Lexus Challenge.
He's a big dude.
He was a tall, long neck guy. And he is the tallest man to ever win a major championship, and he won at the Masters.
Well, I guarantee it works. And I got a little news the other day.
Okay.
I got an email that said, congratulations. And nominated for the 2026 Southern California PGA Fitter of the Year.
Well, how's that?
So being nominated on that is good.
Who votes for that? Let's get political.
Well, all the PGA members, that kind of thing. But it was just a real honor to be nominated.
Well, you should be nominated.
And that was,
that
was fantastic.
One of the things, look, it's tough to be a teacher of anything, okay, particularly in this day and age. Now, it's a little different because people want to come to see you, and they're not legally bound to come and see you, although maybe we should make them legally bound. And so, you have an amazing calmness in your demeanor and a certain even temperedness, which is not always the case with golf teachers.
No.
As you know.
I've heard stories.
Yeah. I mean, even Jack Grout got tired of Nicholas's head moving and just grabbed it and held it right there. It was Jack's famous story. So, and we've talked about this. You get great pleasure out of seeing people you teach improve.
Oh, absolutely.
And they have to.
Had a gentleman this morning. We worked, redid his grip, worked on grip pressure. He had too much in his trail hand.
We talked a little bit about it.
We talked about that before, and it got him another 10 yards.
The trail hand is the right hand.
For a right-handed player. Yep, on the right hand.
And you talked about the pressure point of the pinky in helping understand the fact that you're pulling through the ball.
You're pulling through, and what it is it's just naturally, without really thinking, it's naturally activating the hands faster. It's like you're going to pop the ball, and you're moving the club head. You're speeding it up.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we want to make sure you've got good angle of attack and path and all of that kind of stuff, but it's amazing. Yeah,
I love that little move. See, this is what this is why I love doing this podcast, is to talk to guys like this, who teach the game and who can play the game. Believe me, most of them can play. Don't go in there without a wallet or a Zelle on your cell phone. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you are going to take a lesson from your pro, ask the pro, hey, take a look at my clubs. Do they fit me okay?
Yeah.
So I guarantee you, most folks don't even check their loft and lies.
Well, here's another thing you need to ask the pro. You need to ask your pro to get out from behind the desk and go out and play with you.
Absolutely.
Believe me, they want to. It's hard for them because they're busy, but you got to get them on the course.
Yep.
You really do.
Absolutely.
And just watching them, not just how they score, how do they comport themselves?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do they act when one goes in the water or one goes to the right in the bunker? What's the thought process? That's the thing about golf pros, is that they are very particular and rulesy, and they're good to
absolutely,
and they're good to be with.
And you really see it. Started in this over 35 years ago, and starting out, you want it so bad as a pro,
yeah,
and you get hot headed.
Oh yeah,
why doesn't this work? But it does. This takes a little time.
Well, we saw sadly the clip of Charlie Woods.
Yeah,
who hit a bad shot through the club, F-bombs. I'm like, see, this is what happens.
That's what you
now. How do you think? Where do you think that came from? Okay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we know where that came from, and that's a sad thing to see. And I've had the situation where I'm playing with somebody, and one of their kids is playing, and he wings the club. And look, I don't shy away from addressing that immediately.
Absolutely.
Next time you throw the club, we never play again.
We're done. I've done it with juniors.
We'll never play again.
Absolutely. I like Palmer's saying, talking about, you aren't good enough to be mad at that shot.
Well, but the funniest one, and I've talked about it before, was Nicholas was playing in the British Open, and they were running the clip of him telling the story about how when he threw a club with his father, his father said, Jack, the next time you throw a club, you'll never play golf again. And Jack said, and I never have. And then not 30 seconds later, he was swinging like, trying to get this ball out of a British Open pot bunker, and took 4 swings and couldn't get it out. And the next thing you know, whoosh,
off it goes.
The helicopter blade of the sand wedge went sailing down the fairway. And you can understand that. This game is frustrating. But you got, often sometimes people get hurt because you're not looking where you throw the club. Maybe it bounces off the golf cart, dents the cart, and slams into your buddy.
Absolutely.
I've seen that happen.
Absolutely.
And so, you got
it hurts.
You got to, you can't, you want to be fiery, but it has to be channeled properly. And you can learn how to handle these situations in your life by what you learn on the golf course. A lot of people think, when you come to the game, you've already learned all you need to learn in life, and you should behave accordingly. But it's not true. And oftentimes this game will teach you lessons of patience and proper comportment.
I don't know how many times I've had parents talk to me just about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. All of a sudden I get phone calls. One when I was in KC, I made the golf team.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and you were just inspiring that, and the parents, the father coming shaking my hand,
Crying.
thank you so much,
Yeah.
and something clicked with him, and all of a sudden, boom. Then I hear after graduation, got a scholarship, and went to college.
How about that?
It's you just don't know where this game will take you.
We have a young kid, Jake Vincent, here in town, whose father sells Oakleys,
Mhm.
and his kid is playing on the Asian tours and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I'm excited for them.
Absolutely.
Wonderful
to do. All right, let's get back to that quiz. We've got guesses out there. Remember, put your comments in. Give me your guess on it. I'm going to send you a dozen Strixon golf balls.
This was a great tournament, by the way.
Great tournament.
Yeah, it was. Phil hit it to the left on 18 into the butts way left, and came out, and he had the tournament won. Montgomerie was 140, 160 yards away and hit a 7-iron, 40 yards right of the green. I'm trying to remember who else was in that battle. I think Furyk might have been in that.
Furyk is it? Yep. Phil Mickelson. Here's the question again. Phil Mickelson collapsed on the final hole at the 2006 U.S. Open. Who ended up winning this tournament? Well, Phil Mickelson ended up double bogeying the 18th hole.
Yes, he did.
Which ended up costing him the 2006 U.S. Open. As a result, Phil lost by one stroke to Jeff Ogilvy, and Phil ended up tied for second place with Jim Furyk and Colin Montgomerie.
Yeah, that's the last thing they want is the silver salver, they call it.
Mm-hmm.
His wife goes, "No, we have plenty of those already. We don't want the silver salver."
So get your comments in there. Let's get a winner.
Now,
We're gonna send that out.
Ogilvy, you just mentioned Ogilvy. Did you want to mention the winner there in the question?
Jeff Ogilvy.
Yeah.
Winner.
I thought that was the question they were going to type in.
Who ended up winning this tournament? Yeah. Their comments should already be in.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Ogilvy,
get those comments in. If you didn't,
Ogilvy,
obviously you're listening there. Write in Jeff Ogilvy.
I don't think Ogilvy has won anything else. I may be wrong.
Oh, I need to look that one up. I don't know about that.
But
not a big winner, but I think he's won a few.
That was a big win for him.
It's huge.
But just a few years later, I mean, I'm on the media bus, going into Torrey, and Ogilvy sits next to me. I go, "What are you doing here, champ?" I mean, don't they have a special car to bring a champion from the parking lot to the U.S. Open? And that was the year that Phil, Tiger, and Adam Scott were in a threesome.
Oh, what
first time they ever did that.
I had to follow that the entire 18 hole.
Yeah, it was a big mistake. People are walking down the fairway like this. I bumped into a guy from the Washington Post. Hey, what are you doing? I mean, it was so crowded, and there was, this is the U.S. Open, so there's people following other players.
Sure.
But we'd never seen this before, where these two guys and that Adam Scott got the draw, and I can't remember who. Well, Tiger won the tournament, so I mean, obviously he went on to beat Rocco.
Oh, that was that's a whole nother story right there too. What a great! In fact, I watched that replay not too long ago. On that.
Well, here's the genius. Okay, and I've been to I've been to a couple of USGA press conferences before the Open. And they always say, we're not out here to embarrass the players. We're out here to identify the best player, which is a lot of baloney, okay? Because they set these courses up so that par could win. And if you look at the numbers at Torrey Pines that week, I believe that Rocco and Tiger tied at par. And I believe Tiger won the 18-hole playoff at 1 under. I might be wrong, but
I need to double check
yeah,
that.
I think it was fairly close to around.
It was a battle.
And
It was
that's
a
the
battle.
hardest course I ever played. It was a week before the Open at Torrey Pines with the
Good time to, if you get a chance to play a week prior to a tour,
Oh, yeah.
get out if they let you.
Especially a major.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
exactly.
and I played Congressional a week before the Open, and that was extremely difficult because it's bent grass tee to green, which is for an East Coast guy like a dream come true.
Oh,
you know?
I love that. The Kansas City, that was the
Yeah.
best. You had bent greens.
Yeah.
Zoysia, sometimes ball sits
Yeah,
up so
well,
nice, but even on the bent fairways, just fabulous.
Congressional didn't have Zoysia, but Avenel,
Right.
their sister course over there, the PGA course there had Zoysia, and that was a great course too. It's one of the few courses where a guy got a hole in one on a par 4. They had a short par 4.
Oh, really?
I think it was like 15, maybe.
Oh, wow.
And a guy drove the green and went in the hole.
You never know.
AC on a par 4. I almost had one at Landmark, now Terra-Lago.
I have it on a par 4. I have on the second shot.
Number 3 is way up on the hill. You got to drive the golf cart up like this. You're like, oh my God, this is steep. Downhill, long. Not a real long hole, but a dog leg left. And the wind that day was blowing 100 right down my shirt. 100 miles an hour. I mean, it was probably 60, but it was out.
Right.
I said, see, I might be able to get close to the green today. I'm going to take a more aggressive line. And I smoked it. And I'm like, oh my God, that's got a chance. And it landed a foot from the pin.
Oh, nice.
So, and yes, I made the 2. But and that's another reason why we love this game. You never know what's going to happen. You might get a wind. The wind might pick your ball up and take it another 75 yards. You never know.
You never know. Well, Coach, that's exactly right. So grab a friend, get on out there.
Yes.
Go play some golf,
Go
folks.
talk to your club pro.
We certainly love all the comments.
Tell him the pro in the hack said you got to come out and play a couple holes with us today.
Absolutely.
He'll go, no, I'm too busy. I got shirts to fold. No, come on. Get out there and play, boys and girls. Thank you very much. Thank you, David.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you, Coachy.
Pro in the hack, baby, from Rancho Mirage, California, beautiful Mission Hills. And we'll be back in a couple of days. So keep your eyes open on these web pages and check us out at YouTube. And please like and share.
Subscribe too, sure.
That would help us a great deal as we continue ourselves to grow in this amazing era of communication. This podcast era that we live in is quite something. It really is.
Amazing.
So thank you. Peace. Love you.
Thank you.
With host, the pro, and the hack. One's got charts and a game plan. One's got coffee on their shirt. One's quoting data. One's guessing. Somehow it still kind of works. With host, the pro, and the hack. Breaking it down, then laughing it back. One's got the play. One runs off track. You'll learn a thing or two and love the way they clash with the pro and the hack.